Hey guys, welcome to episode 2 of Zach the Gear Guy Predicts with your host, me, Zach the Gear Guy, OGE. And if you are coming off the heels of both episode 1 of Zach the Gear Guy Predicts and episode 3 of the Gear Logs, don't worry, episode 4 is on the way. Trust me, it's still in the editing production portion, but it's coming out very, very soon, I promise you. Anyway, if you're unfamiliar with how Zach the Gear Guy Predicts works, I will essentially be running down the match card. For SHW 39, the event will be taking place on May 6th, 2022, as of the time of recording this. Just a quick disclaimer about the match card. This is not going to be in show order. This is actually how all the matches were announced via the SHW Facebook page, the Instagram page, etc. Nobody on the roster has paid me for my personal opinion. This is my raw reaction to the match card. Everything I say is my opinion, hence the name Zach the Gear Guy Predicts. So without further ado, let's get into this match card. The first match announced for SHW 39 is a wholesome match in regards. It's going to be Overkill versus Overkill, as our savior, David Ali, goes one-on-one against his own brother in Overkill, Carly Bravo. David Ali has been with Southern Honor since day one. I personally can say a lot of good things about both these guys, that being Carly Bravo and David Ali. David Ali, of course, coming off his championship run in SHW. I think he clocked in around something like 300 and something days, 301, maybe 302, I don't know, off the top of my head. He's also, from what I've been seeing, the former Southern Fried Championship Wrestling champion. So, David, props to you. But this is one of his last two quote-unquote matches, at least for the time being, in Georgia as a citizen. He's moving, so I mean, I wish you very, very much a good move, David. But Carly Bravo coming off a massive win last month. Go check it out on IWTV. And if you have not already, but Carly Bravo, the irreplaceable man, although he's technically viewed as a replacement by our GM, and useful for people who couldn't make it to the show, people who were sick and had COVID, as used in the past. But now this is his second match in SHW as an official roster member. Both these guys have been on AEW Dark, AEW Elevation, all over the independents together. But when it comes down to the end of the day, I wouldn't be shocked if the crowd was chanting both these guys for this matchup. At the end of the day, I believe David Ali has more to prove, since this is going to be quote-unquote his last match for a while in SHW, by saying, hey, you weren't here day one, I respect you, Carly Bravo, but you weren't here day one. Um, this might be my spot that you're taking, but I'm not gonna hand it to you easily. So my pick is going to go to David Ali. Hallelujah. Next up, in a non-Queendom defense, because Queen Rekka, all hail Queen Rekka, is not here. I'm viewing this as a number one contenders match for the Queendom, as Shazza McKenzie takes on Kenzie Page. From what I've been hearing in the water in Southern Honor, to quote the great Brandon Bennerfield, my co-worker, he actually says Kenzie Page gave Princess Danny one of the best matches he's ever seen Danny wrestle. But both of these women have been in AEW. I think I saw Shazza McKenzie in the All Out Battle Royale for the women's championship when AEW first started. Kenzie Page came around about the pandemic era in AEW. So I actually hope, Queen Rekka, you return to the Queendom, and we have Queen Rekka Tahaka against Shazza McKenzie next month. Now, when you talk about a match that everybody didn't ask for, but didn't know that what they wanted. Sorry, if that term comes off lightly, but Joe Black versus Kyle Matthews. After kind of like I wouldn't want to say controversial, but like after what happened last month, with Technical Excellence losing the SHW Tag Team Championships, Kyle Matthews is in singles action. Obviously the way it ended was not how everybody thought it could end for the SHW titles. But it happened, and Kyle Matthews is going one-on-one with Joe Black, who is, I believe, something like the best technical wrestler. And Kyle Matthews is a technical wizard in the ring. But Joe Black recently has stood up and kind of played that mentorship role of, like, you know, wrestling people and then, like, kind of helping them elevate. Kyle Matthews did improve with the tag team titles, but I think coming off of a loss to Owen Knight, Joe Black has to have the title still on his mind. So I believe Joe Black is going to win this, but Kyle Matthews is going to have to bring him something more than Joe Black anticipated. Next up is the Bloodbath Behemoth Tank, the Strong Style Psycho, with the Reverend Dan Wilson versus who? We have no idea. It's Tank's Open Gauntlet. Now, a lot of people on the SHW social medias have thrown out a variety of names. They've thrown, after what happened last month, Brandon Bennerfield's. They've thrown out mine. And I'll address that in just a second, but yeah, we don't know who he's going to face. It could be Gunner again. We don't know. But just to clear it up, I will not be doing that. Although I do have a connection to Reverend Dan Wilson as kind of like, I don't know how I would say this, like a student of some kind. Like, I attended a seminar recently with him for character development and cutting promos. So let me know in the comments your predictions, as well as if you want a promo on this channel sooner than later. But I will not be signing up for that. I have too much respect for Tank, who's a 24-year legend, a founding father of Southern Deathmatch Wrestling, to go to step in the ring with him. I have too much respect for him and Dan to do that. So I'm not signing up for that. But you can throw any Tom, Dick, or Harry in the ring with Tank. But it's not going to be me. And whoever it is better bring their A game. Tank has legit tried to suffocate people. He used skewers in the Rumble Jack. He used a sickle. And it's the unpredictability of a Tank match that I'm trying to get at here. Because my good buddy Van Cannon and we're Cannon tag teams, Nathan Mowry, in the Cannon tag team Kind Punk Legends, it was pitched as a regular match, but it somehow transitioned into a death match. Gunnar Miller versus Tank was supposed to be a regular match, a pro wrestling match. But I'll go into further in depth about that in episode 4. Jordan Kingsley, but anyway, Tank is where my money's at. The Nightwalker, Jordan Kingsley versus Darian Bankston. I did see again. I have seen Jordan Kingsley compete before. I have seen Darian Bankston compete before. Darian Bankston, I think I saw him compete in that quadruple classic clash at Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise when I was gear guying that. Jordan Kingsley has not been beaten, and I think with the momentum Jordan Kingsley is at, I think he sooner rather than later will be viewed as somebody for the potential to have a shot at the title or be talked about in the title picture sooner rather than later this year. So you can send anybody you want, but my pick's probably going to go to Jordan Kingsley any other day. We have the Southern Honor Tag Team title match. My good friends Hold My Beer Hansen and William Huckabee, the All-Star Special, will be defending their newly won tag team titles, although we don't like the way how the match ended. They will be defending their titles against TSF, a tag team who I'm very familiar with. I got to see them on the pre-show at Still Here 3, taking on the Infantry. And I do believe they train from the Nightmare Factory. All-Star Special wants to be defending tag team champions. They want the best tag teams we have to offer. TSF wrote their name down. To quote the All-Star Special, they said, you guys might be big fish in a little pond, but you're coming to the adults table now. You want the best of the best. we'll put our titles on the line. But I don't see All-Star Special Day 1 losing their first title defense. We then get into what I presume is this is going to be the main event. Sorry. It's for the Southern Honor Championship. And it's a triple threat match. You've got Cyrus the Destroyer versus the Priest of Punishment, Judas, taking on the working team captain, our Southern Honor champion, Owen Knight. Trust me, I can only think of 2 scenarios that can play into this. I go into more depth about this in episode 4, but I don't know what happened between me and Judas to cause like some tension between us. I don't know. I'm pretty close to Cyrus, and I'm close to Owen Knight. Scenario A, which I think is more likely to happen, is at Southern Honor 33, Judas claimed it took 5 of our best wrestlers to pin him in the War Chamber at Still Here 3. And he said, "There is not one man in this world that can pin me alone," which only led to Cyrus coming out to challenge him immediately after. We were supposed to get it, 4 months ago? But either one way or another, it just couldn't come to fruition. Then when they finally had separate matches, Cyrus having a title match, I go into this more in episode 4. The way it ended really shocked us all. So I don't think from a standpoint that in this scenario it wouldn't favor Cyrus or Judas in a reasonable setting, because 2 guys who have clear tension, you could cut the tension with a knife. It's been a powder keg ready to explode for a couple months now. Scenario A being Cyrus and Judas forget what's on the table with this one, and one ends up costing the other, or each other costs each other a shot at being the new champion of Southern Honor, and that gives a window of opportunity for Owen Knight to retain his title. The other scenario that I can see happening, scenario B, I know the window is very, very slim that this could happen. But scenario B, the least likely scenario I see, is Cyrus and Judas actually work together, let bygones be bygones, and take out Owen Knight, and then beat each other up for the championship. Although I do think scenario B is the least likely to happen, I don't think Owen Knight is going to lose the SHW championship tonight, because these Cyrus and Judas have been wanting to get in the ring with each other for so long that we don't know how they're going to react to each other, facing each other in a ring before, if one will try to kill the other, or if they will go at it on Owen Knight and take out their frustration. But I believe somehow, some way, Owen Knight retains his title. Then we get to the match that I wouldn't say concerned, but it has piqued my interest a lot. #CruelFearZach. as our current booker, matchmaker, the very person who gave life to SHW, Dylan James. Sunny Days, the man who I'm in debt to, goes one-on-one with Cruel, accompanied by Brooklyn Creed, with bookership on the line, which puts the whole of SHW, i.e. me, Diana, Gerard, Brandon, everybody who works there, at risk. If Dylan wins, Brooklyn's out of SHW. If Cruel wins, Dylan leaves his job and Brooklyn takes over. Now, I know this is going to shock a lot of people, considering that the hashtag #CruelFearsZach, which I totally recommend supporting, is still running at this point. I am going to have to say, and boy, I can't say I'm saying this out loud, that I will remain neutral in this position. I cannot call this match in a particular favor. Just know I will be heavily scouting this chain match for booking power the night of the show. I'm very interested in this one. I'm neutral on this one. No comment, no nothing. I'm neutral. Can't call it. It's I'm scared for Dylan. I'm not scared. I'm not scared for the rest of SHW. I think being neutral is the best way to stay here. But anyway, let me run over my picks and let me know your picks in the comment section down below. Carly Bravo versus David Ali. I'm going David Ali here. Shazza McKenzie versus Kenzie Page. Going Shazza McKenzie. Kyle Matthews versus Joe Black. Going Joe Black. Tank with Reverend Dan Wilson versus the mystery opponent. I'm going to go Tank here. Jordan Kingsley versus Darian Bankston. I'm going Jordan Kingsley. All-Star Special. TSF Southern Honor Tag Team Championship match. Going All-Star Special. Cyrus versus Judas versus Owen Knight. Going Owen Knight. Dylan versus Cruel. Neutral. This is Zach, and that is Zach the Gear Guy Predicts Episode 2. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more of the gear logs, promos, Zach the Gear Guy Predicts, etc. And I'll see you in Episode 5. OGE.